Hey, what up, y'all? What's going on? Just wanna I was trying to upload a video and things didn't go as planned, so I'm gonna have to do it another way. What's going on? This is part 3 of the mystery school where things start to get real interesting at. So I'm hoping y'all will check things out. I'm gonna start this video off though with a little just something I want y'all to see. Because the people in the truth community always get criticized for bringing y'all information. So dig this here. What I did is, I like to look at these videos over and over again. So powerful. Shout out to OTS for putting this down. Shout out to OTS for giving me permission to use her work to further the work. Thank you so much. You really don't understand how much this type of stuff mean to me. But in advance, thank you. Now listen, y'all. When I present this information, I want you to understand that that this is some writings, and this coincides with what those tinfoil hat people say, and I'm saying that in sarcasm, a sarcastic mockery.
One brief quote.
Those tinfoil hat people say, this is the reality. Whether you believe in what you believe in or not, the reality is the people that rule and govern us, they believe these things. So what I want you to do, because this commentator got enough sense to not read it out loud, I want you guys to read what you about to see. Now I'm gonna pause it just in case some of us are like myself and a little slow at reading. I'm gonna pause it, but I just want you to see what this book say. First of all, this is a book written by Manly Palmer Hall, one of the persons that's known as one of the greatest Freemasons. And the name of this book is The Secret Teachings of All Ages. So dig this here, y'all. Let's listen to his thoughts.
From this book will quickly prove the fact. The quote contains an example pact which a Masonic occultist or other Luciferian would make to secure the services of a demon that he had conjured. Once again, because of the nature of the quote, I will refrain from reading it out loud. This is from The Secret Teachings of All Ages.
I'm going to pause it. Now check that out. Read that. And it's a little bit more, so, just check that out right quick. Give you a few more seconds and take that in. You understand, this is a person that they held as great. As they held as great, and they still do. Okay. Read and take notes, and it's going to give you the page where you can find it at and everything. It ain't, these people ain't hide nothing. Best place to hide anything important, they said, used to be in a book. Well, see, you ain't even got to put it in a book now. I'm going to pause this for you. Bam. So you can write that page number down. Title. Now, see, before I get my little swings in, I want you to see this. Now, and I'm going to talk about it because it's talk about it worthy. I mean, this is what we've been talking about for a long time now. How people are sacrificed. How these people sacrifice their own family members. Yeah. Y'all just read it right there from one of the big dogs himself. Let me put that load up. Let me go back there. Let me make that bigger. you to see this stuff is in its entirety because this is their thoughts. This is what they do way before you and I became a thing. You did? This is what they do. So listen, let me break this down for you. Now, if they're telling us, and y'all can go right now in Google and go check out the famous quotes, y'all go check, all of it's there. Ain't nothing hidden. Look at how they reverenced him as one of the big dogs, one of the big kahunas. Yeah. Now, listen, I promised y'all, if y'all give me just a little bit of your time, that I will help you see things that's been in your face forever. I can help you see them for the first time. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time because once you see it, you can't unsee it now. So if you're scared, you probably want to get out of Dodge right now because I'm about to point out something very important in this matrix right now. You see that one look? Yeah, you better take off right now. You better take off. Now listen, understand that these people are our guides. They're our focus. Do you understand that Aleister Crowley benefited from this man's teaching? Do you understand that? Do you understand that the cat that created NASA benefited from these teachings? Do you know that L. Rod Hubbard benefited from these teachings? Yeah, let me hold up 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna go back just a little bit because some people just not came in. Let me go back just a little bit here. See, I want you to get the whole gist of it. You understand?
From this book will quickly prove the fact. The quote contains an example pact which a Masonic occultist or other Luciferian would make to secure the services of a demon that he had conjured. Once again, because of the nature of the quote, I will refrain from reading it out loud. This is from The Secret Teachings of All Ages.
Look at that, y'all. Look at this. Okay. Just get a handful of it, y'all. I'm gonna pause it right there. So yeah, those tinfoil hat people, they be looking real stupid, don't they? Be looking real crazy, right? But how about this? Never, we never woke up and this type of stuff entered our brain. Yeah, we heard people saying they did this type of stuff, but that went in one ear and out the other. But when you hear this from the horse's mouth, what it do? What you know? What you thought you knew? Y'all hear this from the horse's mouth. This man is in their libraries. So he holds high esteem inside the society. So understand, when you see people like Aleister Crowley, when you see people like Jay-Z wearing his sayings, do you understand what that means? Do you understand what that means? Every high-ranking whatever in this world, every astronaut in this world belongs to a secret society. That's just the truth of the matter. Somebody questioned me a while. My boy Briz questioned me and asked me, was my family involved in the occult? And I told him I had found out a couple years prior. Yeah, I found out because I was doing an expose on Facebook. I was drawing the dots between the Bloods and the Crips, and I was familiarizing their symbols and their signs, their hand language. and I was coming under a knowledge of the secret languages of the lodges. And so I started just adding stuff up like, oh, hold up, man. These people got a lot of stuff familiar with each other. Then I ran into this young brother who was a vice lord in Chicago, who explained, he did a video, I don't know if the video is still available, on how they used to have their gang member meetings inside of a lodge, right? He found out after several times going to this place and having this meeting, a light came on in his head, right? And this is what's going to happen to a lot of us. A light came on in his head, and he said, man, how are we sanctioned to be here out of all places to have a meeting for us? And basically he found out that the beginners of this blood and crip were indeed a part of the societies. And it blew his mind because he knee deep in gang, in gang participation. So when he heard that, it blew his mind. It kind of woke him up. Do you understand, for those people to be a part of the societies, do you understand the societies hold more prestige than the law? Have you listened? I mean, I know you guys like certain rappers, but have you listened to people like Nas? Have you listened to people like Jay-Z? I mean, not just about what he got and how much money and girl, not about the jewelry, the clubs and all that stuff. Have you listened to his lyrics? Have you heard the song Freemason by him and what's Big Dog name? Rick Ross, some years back. See, these people have been, listen, they're not hiding anything. See, they have people programmed to the point where why would they have to hide anything? Why would they? They already got you programmed to look where they tell you to look. Think how they tell you to think. Now, I was looking at one of the official Truth Seekers videos earlier, and please make sure y'all go subscribe to her because she's really putting down the work. I'm really trying to imitate her works on a whole nother angle, so we can feed off each other, and y'all can, whoever come into this knowledge and realize that this is something that's real going on. This is a manifestation of knowledge coming to you because you put the effort in to find out when you were warned. This is her work. And these are videos I studied years ago. She actually went back, put in the work, put in the time, and rebroadcast. Beautiful. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to her ASAP. Because she got that work. And see, she may give some commentation. I haven't heard none from her yet on her videos, but she's letting you hear it from the horse's mouth, which is the same technique I'm trying to practice. Hear it from the horse's mouth. So as we see this, don't it make sense to you now? Don't it make sense to you now that you can't become a president without being with some type of society? You can't become an astronaut. You can't even become somebody famous. Yeah, yeah. So we're at the point right now, y'all, where you got to pick a side. You got to pick a side. You either gonna do what's right or you gonna do what's wrong. There ain't no in between. I know we've been spoon-fed that for a long time, but listen, we can't snap our fingers and it be done. So what I'm asking is you just to meditate on these things, because tomorrow ain't promised to us. We don't want to die and our hands got blood on it. We want to try to clean that blood off. We want to try to look. We want the Almighty, for those that don't believe in him, if he is real, we want to try to look as peaceful and as theocratic as we possibly can. So I just want you to look at it from their angle. And I got so much more to talk about, y'all. Let's talk about the 5G rays. Let's talk about how everybody, especially the people that's in the know, they weren't like, how is these lies on TV? How is people believing these things? See, a man that was in the occult, he was actually in the armed forces, and his task was to disarm mines in the rivers, in the oceans. So he described what happens when you get hit by a blade, or should I say a ray of that magnetism, or should I say radiation that comes from the bomb. And what he says happen is you forget who you are, you forget what you're doing, and they warn you, like, if you feel this way, stop what you're doing and get away, because you might just do something you're not supposed to do. So what I'm conveying to you is that it messes up your thought processes. It just totally throws you in confusion. So understand this, people. It also makes you feel like you're burning from the inside out. It also makes you very, very, I'm gonna just use the term lazy. It makes you not want to move. These things are all caused and have been being caused on top of diabetes and cancer at an alarming rate. And there's studies with numbers, and you know I'm always saying question everything, right? I question if these numbers and these studies are correct, but until I see different, what it tells us is that at a certain volume, you understand that these things can cause diseases. These rays, these microwaves can cause diseases, using our skin pores as antenna. Literally. Yes, there's facts on the study. There's facts on the matter. Right there in Google. Question me and go check it. Question it, please. So listen, what I'm trying to tell you is that to be anything famous on TV in this world, you have to kiss the ring finger. You have to sign your name. You have to take the oath. Understand that. See, that's why they spend so much money trying to get you to not believe what they know is true. And that's the scripture. See, you don't even get to that point if you holler at the scriptures, because what did the scriptures say? The scriptures say don't get involved with no oath. Say don't take no oath. Don't swear to no man. Don't swear to nothing in the heavens, under the earth, or in the sea. That's what the scriptures say. So if you don't take the oath, you have no reason to worry. And listen, if you did take the oath, repent. Yeah, you signed the oath saying they can cut out your tongue and all that type of stuff, but lean on Jesus. See, I'm not talking down on the societies. What I'm saying is any of the people that I know personally, that's good people, 9 times out of 10, they don't know this is their secret teachings. They don't know nothing about this. I'm praying that they don't know nothing about this and still involved in this stuff. I'm praying that they don't. So listen, y'all. See, that ain't even the knuckle buster. The knuckle buster is this. Let's say, what if Curl correct? And all these people in the in crowd, all these people is in the brotherhood. The people on sports, the people on TV, the people on the movies. What if all these people, what if he right? All right. If I'm right, then it answer all the questions that you asking. Why is this happening? Why is it a big thing? Why is it so like for instance, my life, the homosexual been able to do what he want to do in his own area in Detroit. We got an area called Palmer Park. The homosexual roam over there and other parts of Detroit and do their thing. And you pretty much just got to worry about the regular drama. But for them to broadcast this thing on TV, like it's something real hell of a real extra, understand they're not doing that because they want you to know. They doing that because they want you to know and they want you to be under their control via this thing here. See, it's not an attack on the people that don't believe. It's an attack on the people that do believe. They don't care nothing about no nigga that don't believe in nothing. You right where they want you at. Because they can blow you anywhere they want you to go. Oh, see, they just found this new bone that's 8 trillion years old. And now they saying that this was something that came up, a new species from a whole nother galaxy. And, they just blow you wherever they want you to go. Just because you decide to believe them, just because you decide to hold them in more high esteem than the person that's claiming to write the Bible. They can just blow you anywhere they want to blow you. Not a problem. See, but if you get this word and just know the word, just say a lot of people say the enemy wrote the word. The enemy messed over the word so many times that it say what they want you to say. Well, if that's the case, know your enemy. If that's the case, know what your enemy is thinking. So when your enemy come knock on your door, you're not one bit surprised. You already waiting and you already got a plan in place. How can you get more intelligent than that? But if you are a believer and you ain't been digging in, if you let some other human being stop you from digging in because they mistreated God's word, don't repeat their mistakes. They got to answer for those. They got to answer for that. Don't repeat it. Because it was misrepresented, because the preacher banging everybody in the church and the preacher in the gambling house, every Sunday after church and, all that good stuff. You got to understand who run the mass majority of these churches. You have to understand the same people at the head of these mosques, the same people at the head of these cathedrals. All of them are in bed with each other at the top. It's just like a lieutenant. It's just like a soldier that's given responsibility over a certain amount of soldiers. Everybody got their own right. Everybody got their own range. Everybody got their own number of soldiers that they have to control and dictate what unfolds and what happens. Disciplinary action, etc. Understand this. It's all about dominating another man. That's what it's all about. That's why you got a phallic in Washington, D.C. That's what these people worship. Is it a coincidence that one of the most prestigious head coaches in college football history in the United States, Lou Holtz, is it a big surprise that his regime was caught up on making boys bend over in them locker rooms. And 9 times out of 10, it happened to the girls too. Is it a big surprise knowing that these people openly worship the devil at the top, that they actually kill for gifts? Is it surprising? See, when I get this gay manifesto downloaded and let you show how these people just automatically hate you for no reason because you're not gay, because you don't subscribe to being gay. When I get this downloaded, we're gonna retrospect this and we're gonna call it a buck. If it's a buck, we're gonna call it a buck. If it ain't, we ain't. Understand, these people meet monthly, weekly. There's no big surprise. And then y'all see they get the dude on camera by himself, whether he was acting or not. They're trying to convey a message to you. They asked that man, one of Lou Holtz, not Lou Holtz. Y'all know who I'm talking about, Penn State. They asked that dude, man, about being around them boys, man. That dude, he looked like he was about to get ready and empty himself right there on camera. They asked that boy that question, man. His eyes lit up like a fat kid in a cake factory. Like, damn. So he take the heat, and the head coach supposedly died. Nobody, no proof of death. Just, hey, he died, nigga. Okay, he did. They said he did. He did. They ain't got no reason to lie. And that's something else we're gonna examine. We're gonna examine how these people are legally obligated to give us fake news. It's in law. So look, if you got big money and you can afford to investigate the news that they give, and you find out that there's some fake fraud stuff going down, and you want to sue and you want to take it to court, they may be slick enough to let you go all the way to Supreme Court just to show you what's been in your face the whole time since the 90s, how it's legal to give fake news. Yes, it's legal. See, I wasn't planning on doing this live, but I messed up the audio on the third part of the mystery schools. And look, that third part started to get a little hot because my buddy Emno, who come through and visit me from time to time, I told him, and my buddy Christ Council, his people, I told him, when they started talking about the Mayat and all that stuff, I told him that stuff sounded real familiar. And it wasn't just because I was searching and I ran across it, but William Cooper put me up on this stuff in the early 2000s. Before he lost his life, he put me up on this stuff. I literally had notes on this stuff that I don't have anymore. And if I do, I haven't ran across him yet. But I told him that stuff sounded real familiar. The Amen, the Amen, and all of that stuff, man. When y'all hear this third part, y'all really, I want y'all to get y'all pencils and y'all paper anyway. But when y'all hear this third part, man, I really want y'all to pay attention to it because it's the framework of what we being governed by. It's the framework. Thanks to OTS, I got a piece of a video she recorded with the lady who works in sound, and her husband is riding around with the locator in the car, letting you see how hard these rays is to the human body. Oh yeah, We going down through there. And see y'all, please nobody come and say, hey Curl, you're giving out too much. You got to watch yourself. I would gladly die from giving truth. I put my life on the line for doing dumb shit like selling drugs. You think I give a fuck about somebody killing me from giving some truth? Bring it. But I want to give y'all this, man. I've been sitting on this stuff for so long, and I've been able to reach people around me. I've been able to reach a lot of people around me. Not surprisingly, my sons ain't eating it up wholeheartedly because they've been feeling like they've been like pretty much bottled up. So when they got loose, when they got grown, they start doing whatever. Maybe a son or two may dip in, may comment every now and again, but they haven't fully subscribed to just the total way of life on trying to do what Jehovah say do first. I try to show them it can be done. I'm a smoker. They smoke. Try to show them it can still be done. Don't let that little stuff stop you from getting your blessings. But just like I had to come into my own, way, they got to do the same thing. I just try to just say what I need to say when I can say it, and try not to be like the teacher standing in back of you, looking at you and seeing what you write on your paper. I try not to do that. Try to just see where they gonna go with it. Throw my little eggs out there here and there, and see what they gonna do with it. But yeah, y'all, now check it out. I made the point, right, about how you have to get prestige and things like that. So understand what this means. Nowhere is safe. And this is where I got into it with a couple people at my Kingdom Hall. Nowhere is safe. You think that Satan gonna have his hand in religion, have his hand in politics, and gonna say, hey, let the sports be fair? I mean, you actually think that? He gonna have his hands in people starving over there in Somalia, people going to war over there in Vietnam. But when it comes to sports and gambling, I'm Satan. I'm gonna just let this be fair. Straight competition, no deception whatsoever. Now, see, I walk the road I walk at first because I want you to familiarize yourself. This world try to teach you that it's a lie, it's a storybook. Yet and still, you turn on your TV right now and you got this episode, you got this series named Lucifer on 666 on a 666 network. And if you sleep about what 666 network is Fox. So you got Lucifer on the 666 network, and it gets more play than Disney. They even made sure they put the devil, Lucifer, in the last what's the name of that shit? The X-Men shit, the Captain America stuff. They made sure they showed Lucifer as one of the superheroes. Huh? As one of the, like Thor and all that stuff, yeah. Had Lucifer in there, one of the last ones I seen. And yet, you still think it's a superhero. Who was this dude telling you who to pray to control a demon? Oh, hold up. Y'all didn't hear that whole let me go back a little bit, y'all. Y'all didn't hear that whole conversation this brother was trying to lay down. Let me go back here. Let's start there.
The text and notes of the foregoing pages indicate often with brief characterizations such books as the writer found particularly helpful in the course of his study, whereof he makes acknowledgment. In chapter 4 of The Builders, the searching Mason would read a glowing tribute to another Masonic author, Arthur Edward Waite. The tribute covers 4 pages. Perhaps the greatest student in this field of esoteric teaching and method, certainly the greatest now living, is Arthur Edward Waite, to whom it is a pleasure to pay tribute. Beginning as far back as 1886, Waite issued his Study of the Mysteries of Magic, a digest of the writings of Eliphas Levi, to whom Albert Pike was more indebted than he let us know. The new Mason has learned the title of another book authored by a Mason and also the names of 2 other popular Masonic authors. If the new Mason would read the recommended book, The Mysteries of Magic, he could learn the perverted satanic doctrine that Lucifer is the Holy Spirit. From Waite's book we read, what is more absurd and more impious than to attribute the name of Lucifer to the devil? That is, to personify evil. The intellectual Lucifer is the spirit of intelligence and love. It is the Paraclet. It is the Holy Spirit. While the physical Lucifer is the great agent of universal magnetism. Many Masonic books contain occult teachings. Arthur Edward Waite was a prolific Masonic writer and a recognized Masonic authority. He wrote many other books which are widely read by Masons and Satanists. This Masonic encyclopedia was written by Waite and is currently available from the leading Masonic suppliers. Waite also wrote the Book of Black Magic. It contains material which leaves little doubt about what they are teaching. The excerpts from the rituals in Waite's book on black magic will show you how deep into the occult Masonic authors can take a new Mason. Beginning on page 244 are 4 pages of detailed instructions to conjure Lucifer. Because of the content of the following excerpts, I will refrain from reading them out loud.
I know that one.
Hopefully y'all can see that. If I need to rewind and pause at the upper part, let me know, y'all, in the chat. Because I want y'all to eat it all up. Appreciate it, Christ Council. Yeah, I want y'all to understand what these people believe. See, understand this, y'all, because a lot of people don't understand that to admit to Lucifer, to admit that he exists, you're also admitting that he was created. Because see, one thing Lucifer never does, Lucifer never claims to be the creator of all things. Not on the surface. Understand this. Yeah. Master. See this? See it?
The most popular Masonic book, The Builders, praises Waite's book as a series of volumes noble in form, united in aim, unique in wealth of revealing beauty, and of unequaled worth.
See what they say about it?
Newly initiated Masons could also be exposed to the writings of another highly recommended Masonic authority, 33rd degree Mason Manly Palmer Hall. In the Scottish Rite Journal's November 1990 issue, Hall's obituary refers to him as Masonry's greatest philosopher.
See that?
Hall's masterpiece, The Secret Teachings of All Ages, is listed in the latest McCoy Masonic Publishing Company catalog.
See? Yeah. This is what they rotate around, y'all. This is what they rotate around. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I got it for you. See, understand when we talk about the mystery schools, we're talking about religion. All of this stuff stemmed from this. When I load this video up, you understand, I'm gonna do this live. If anybody wanna, ask questions or get a blast, a shot or two off, feel free. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop that link periodically in the next few minutes. But I just want y'all to understand this ain't the doing of the tinfoil hat wearers. This is what we're bringing you is from the horse's mouth. They've been telling us what they've been about. They ain't just start, they've been telling us. I mean, ask yourself, when you see a skull and bones, if you're my age or around, when you see a skull and bones on something, do that mean it's good for you or do it mean it's bad for you? Just a question. Just like when you see a snake, is it good for you or bad for you? It's like a double-edged sword because it's like a warning. That's a good thing. The bad thing comes in is when you don't heed that warning. Holla at me. Holla at me. It's nothing good. And when you know that we got a certain amount of presidents, we got a certain amount of people that's running the world that comes through this class, skull and bones. Have skull and bone never meant anything good for human beings? When we see that on a poison can, we see that on the warning when you talk about plugging something the wrong thing in a socket. Have it ever meant something good? It meant death, right? And that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. That's what Satan represents. He represents death. Nothing more, nothing less. Remember why he told the lie in the garden. Just think of you creating something for the first time, you having your first baby, and the person you leave in charge to watch over your baby assist the baby on killing himself or herself. Just imagine a baby, somebody that just came into the world, compared to you. Come on. Now check it out. Let's stay where we at right now. Do you understand that the attack ain't on everybody? It's only on the people that believe in Christ. You can get away with just saying, I believe it's the Most High. Won't nobody mess with you. You'll be all right because your Most High could be anything. Your Most High could be a woman. Your Most High could be your penthouse apartment. Your Most High could be your car. How much money you make. Because you'll put that first. You'll make sure that's before anything. That's your Most High. You don't have to be an invisible being like I rotate around. It could be anything or anyone. And remember this, God never said he gonna bust your head for believing what you want to believe. Never. He's always said, I'm setting up a kingdom, and the residents of the kingdom have to abide by this. So we use this time to work on the things that we have the problem with. We use this time to educate and get used to a program that don't involve hurting ourselves or hurting others like we was programmed to. That's what this time is for the asking all your questions. All your doubts, solving them. Quit waiting on people to do it for you. I'm here to help you do it for yourself. I can't do it for you. The only thing I can do is try to help you see some things that you should have seen a long time ago, that I should have seen a long time ago. But hell, we can't crowd with spilled milk. So how about us figuring it out now? Let's figure it out now. Because we don't want to say what if, and that what if happen to be actual factual, and we ain't got no type of works or no type of treasures built up. So understand, you hearing this ain't by no coincidence. Ain't no such thing as coincidence. You're at the crossroad and don't even know it. That's why I told people, if you don't want to get your socks knocked off, walk off. Because this is what we're governed by. We're governed by people that calls upon Satan. Called upon Satan. One person in these videos said, no matter, and I no disrespect to nobody, but this is his words. No matter if you're celebrating or worshiping Allah or Satan, they're all the same. They're all the same. So don't worry about it. So they're all the same. There's no different. That's why a lot of their planning, that's why a lot of their laws line up with each other. And the dead giveaway for Allah will always be the flag, which shows you the moon, the crescent moon, and the star. If you look at occult symbols, that's always been in them. Always. Why no emblem or no idol for Christians? Well, some people thought the Christ, or should I say the cross, represent Christian. But see, Christian came along in the 1st century after Christ's death. That's when the title was given. But see, the cross been in existence since ancient Babylon. That's like 4,000 years before Christ. Probably a little bit more. But do you see? God, the one true God, don't have an emblem to represent him, because the only way that you can worship him is in spirit and truth. So there's nobody for you to, there's no emblem for you to mix him up with. You see the wisdom behind that. And that's all through the Bible, not just in the New Testament. All through the scriptures, there is no symbol. There is no imagery representation of the one true God. He forbid it. He forbid it. And when Christ came around and died, you didn't see him do it. You didn't see none of his followers do it. You heard one scripture that said, pick up your torture stake or cross and follow me. And if you still think that means physically, then we got to be, we got to classify ourselves as either people who was never interested, or we definitely in elementary school. Either or. And don't feel bad that if you're in elementary school, because today is the beginning. After the day, you don't go backwards no more. We just go forward. So listen, I showed you their writings. I showed you who they reference. I showed you what they think about the person that wrote these things. I'm showing you all that. So is it a big surprise now when you see the GOAT on all these videos? Is it a big surprise that they convince you to call yourself a goat? Is it a big surprise? Do you know they worship the goat, right? You know that they worship the goat called Baphomet. That goat head with the breasts, with the penis. So it shouldn't be no big surprise that they push trans. Shouldn't be no big surprise. They push this because it's their religion. It's what they believe in. It's why they do what they do. It's what they put first. They don't care about lying to you. They don't care about deceiving you. Their God is Satan. He started off, he began his ways as a deceiver. So deceiving you means nothing. I'm tired of these people talking about why would they lie? Why wouldn't they lie? They probably got several million ways of why they would lie. But besides all that, if they're following Satan, why wouldn't they lie? These people are made. They are made to know these works. They're made to know these books, to know these quotes. They're made. It's like going to school and having to have a book to study so that you can be ready for the test. They're made to do these things. All your famous rappers, all your famous singers, all your famous movie players, your movie stars, all your famous sports actors, they're made to do these things. They have to study. They have to know. That's why you see people with the 3-6 shirt on. It ain't got nothing to do with 3-6 Mafia. They help make it what you call it they help desensitize people to it. When I first ran the 3-6 Mafia, I had basically heard damn near they whole CD before I realized what the group name was. It's no coincidence that they throw out the name Hypnotized Mind. They're letting you know where their power come from. In their beats and what they talking about is truly hypnotizing. I can attest to that. You're talking about hearing something and banging something and not even realizing, you a believer in the scriptures and you not even realize that you're listening to something that's got Satan's fingerprint on it. Not only that, you're banging it. And it's sounding good as hell to you. See, Satan music always gonna sound good as hell to you. 9 times out of 10, if it don't groove you in some type of way, it's probably some type of music to the Most High. It's probably something innocent. But Satan's music always gonna bang. It's always gonna sound better than regular music. Why wouldn't it? Oh yeah. And then y'all see the little fake stuff talking about Busy Bone and them getting into it. Yeah. I mean, come on now. Script. So the two groups that basically promote the devil fighting. How scripted is that? How scripted? And then look who the biggest one in it. The little yellow nigga. The little yellow nigga that was kidnapped from his home when he was young by a family friend. And see, this is the games these societies play. Getting kidnapped by a family friend for a number of days from the home. Being molested, etc., etc. Real sad. But this is what these people do with their family members. This is what they do. And then fast forward to his becoming grown, he's in a group, one of the biggest rap groups in the country. So you knowing this is what happened to him when he was a little kid is letting you know that he's been groomed and he's been initiated. So you don't make it to that stage without being groomed and initiated. Yeah, I wish it wasn't true. Yeah, I wish I could believe in fairy tales once again too. But unfortunately, that ain't the case. Unfortunately. Now, I do have a little bit of time. I did have a way better presentation laid out, but I messed up the quality of the sound, so I'm gonna have to do that after this. But I can guarantee you this: the more you hang around and get involved in these mysteries, as these mystery schools tie all these religions in together, all of them together. And then you're going to see the writings before the Christ and the writings after Christ. Let you see how they trying to manipulate the scripture words and put their own spin on everything. Let them tell you. And then see William Cooper, who was once, with these people on a much lower level. Then he give you the insight on where they deviate and, what's scripture and what ain't scripture and how they wind up, putting a spin on it. That's what's up, Observing. Appreciate you for falling through, brother. Appreciate you for falling through. Definitely want to check that part 3 out. This is part 3, but I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna when we finish kicking it here, I'm gonna put it on and taste about it afterwards. But definitely want to check that video out. Check out part 1. I only played half of part 1, but check out part 1 and part 2 most definitely. What up, though, Brizzle?
King, what up, though?
Man, just really started my day a few hours ago. I got up early. Man, and went to sleep. My wife got real tired, so cooking and washing clothes.
Okay.
And I just laid down with her and went back to sleep. But shit, man. Up, man, trying to put a little bit of this flame in the air,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Trying to put a little bit. I had something totally different planned, man, but it didn't go as planned, But I'm a get what I can get done right now,
Right.
That thing I was talking about the 5G rays. I'm gonna see, can I pull that up while you up here?
Okay.
Because I definitely want y'all to check that out. Let me see. Oh, let me get this out the way. Oh shoot. Yeah. Definitely, y'all. Once again, shout out to OTS. If y'all ain't subscribed to her yet, hey, she about that life. She will get down and dirty if she got to, if you coming at her the wrong way. You understand? So, walk easy. All right? Walk easy now. Oh, no, it might not have been her. Okay, hold up. It wasn't hers that I got it off of. But, hey, still the same. Still the same. Make sure y'all subscribe and go check out her videos before these people try to find a way to take it down. Thank you to OTS for putting this information back out here. Here I come, Bree. What's been up, man? What's going on? What's what it do, man? You all right?
Oh yeah,
While
yeah.
I'm pulling up
Right.
this information.
You say what?
While I'm pulling up this information.
Oh, okay, I see.
Okay, yeah, you can see everything I'm doing, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Yeah, man, I ran into some fire earlier, man. I said, "Whoa, let me talk to my people about this." Um,
Mhm.
let's see. Definitely subscribe to this channel here. Flame. Real flame. What was I looking at? I was looking at about the I no, I gotta be OTS then. Gotta be OTS. Yeah, gotta be her. She had to put that information out here today. But what's up, everybody? Hang in there for me for a second. I'll be right with y'all. I'm just trying to put on these big boy pants right quick and present y'all with some visuals. Let's see what she do today. Trying to, damn. I'm gonna have to go back and find it. Okay, yeah, I had to go back because it is a possibility they could have probably took it down too if it was where I went to the second time. But yeah, man,
Oh, okay.
I just tried to put my video down, and I had for some reason I had ran into like a double talk, a double a echo or something, man.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'm glad I had chose to because I pre-recorded it.
Oh, okay.
So like when I was live, I didn't even have to be there. I was in the chat.
Oh, so you didn't know, right? I got you.
Right. But I listened to like half the video
And it was
before
straight.
yeah, it was straight. And then when he crossed over to I'm gonna take a quick break, something else happened. I'm like, oh man. So I
Okay.
had to just kill the live, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't, who gonna sit up and listen to that type of stuff, man?
Right. Yeah.
The new order. Oh yeah. Now see, I'm gonna get biblical when we get to the new world order because I'm gonna show you God's wisdom in this fairy tale book they call the Bible. I'm gonna show you biblically how that played out. Yeah, that's a good question. Oh yeah, really, that's what all of this equaling up to, because we like seeing it transform. We seeing it manifest around us, whether you paying attention to it or not. It's like building itself around us. And I'm gonna tell you two people who helped significantly make it come even faster than what it probably would have came, and that was Obama and Donald Trump.
Mm.
They roles was so important because see what they do. I always tell people to look at the story within the story. So what they did, they gave a extreme amount of love and obeisance to the Catholic Church
Mm-hmm.
and to Israel.
Mm.
It was like I've always known, because I've always been a person that followed world events. I always known who funded Israel, the state that it is now, the country or
Mm-hmm.
whatever they call it that it is now. I always known that it was a world affair. And the United States being a crown colony controlled by England, I've always knew that they played a significant role. Always knew that.
Let me ask you this: how far are we away from his return?
Who?
Jesus.
Man, I see my.
Like, is it because you're talking about Obama's role and Trump's role?
Mm-hmm.
Like you talking last day stuff, right?
Well, we've been in the last days for the last 2,000 years.
Right. So it's like, how do you think it's on the horizon, or you think it's another 1,000
Oh
years?
yeah. Not now, as far as time is concerned,
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you that.
I know you can't give me an exact whatever,
Yeah,
but
but how when you come outside, say like it's winter now, right?
okay.
Say like you come outside in April and you look at the plants and you see the plants that was laying down starting to stand up. You got a good idea that spring and summer is coming, right?
Right.
It's just like that. It's like you see certain things. It's like when that domino fall, that the possibility of it catching on to the other domino to the other is real high once you see it fall. You feel what I'm saying? It's like knowing that when you see the sun, like if you was to wake up at 5 o'clock and you don't know whether it's PM or AM, you know how to look to the sky to see whether the sun's setting or the sun rising. You know which spots they're gonna be in. You know what I'm saying? It's just like how you know that. You see the events taking place around it. And then you know that whether it's talking about of all things or just the way the system is, period, you know that something about to get ready to happen.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Now, see, all the presidents have given money and respect and prestige to the Pope, right? To the Catholic and to Israel, right?
Mm-hmm.
But see what these two guys did, and remember they presidents, so they don't really run nothing but somebody else's company. So they're not in the same aspects of what a queen would be. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So what they did, the world thinks that the president is the most powerful person in the world. So what they did was show you that the most powerful person in the world is not just in allegiance, but is a servant of these two entities.
Talking about Trump and okay.
It's like they made sure they bromanticized it more than the other president. I don't think it's been bromanticized the way it's been since Kennedy.
Okay. You mean like have a charismatic dude up in there or something?
No, like give you like the inside, the sideways, from the flow, from the ceiling, like give you 1,000 different perspectives on it versus, like the Bushes, they went there when they went there and there was nothing really big about it. You know what I'm saying? It was like it was big, but it wasn't nothing unnormal about it. See, when these persons went, it was like the whole world was tuned in because the whole world liked it, these people. You already know they knew about Trump and they kind of liked it Trump anyway because of the girls and the gambling type of shit. But when he went to WWE, Trump stepped up on a whole different platform than he ever been on. He's WWE liked by motherfucking kids, nigga.
You talking about wrestling?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? It was like we knew about him, right? But nigga, he didn't stepped onto a platform where he started being liked by kids. You see what I'm saying? Now think of this, Bree. You got a 9-year-old at the time he was on WWE, right? By the time Trump get in the White House or get a chance to go to the White House, this 9-year-old can vote now.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it's a total power move, but see, the power move only shows you who got the power, and what it showed us is that Israel and the Pope has the power. And really, that's just what the ignorant see. But see, to those of us in the know, we know that the Pope and Israel are just things that you can put your finger on. They don't really run anything. They're a part of it. It's just like the president. The president supposed to run this and have his hands on the button and all this good stuff, right? Just like that. But in all actuality, he got to he taking orders.
Let me ask you. So you think this vaccine is the mark of the beast?
I think it's a form of it.
A form of it.
It's like it's like a
precursor.
Yeah, it's like like a prequel. They seeing from this right here who is gonna fall in line and who ain't. Like a lot of us gonna die for whatever reasons because we ain't going along with this, jabber thing. A lot of us gonna die. Period. And I ain't gonna say gonna die like just all of a sudden. A lot of us is gonna be killed by the bully, whoever the bully is, whoever behind this.
I know what's gonna be the cause of death.
Whatever. It could be whatever. It could be food shortage. It can be whatever. It can you see already they plan on the jobs. Saying you don't do this, we're gonna take your job from you. You can't do business with us, with the government, unless you take this jabber. So they already then started, man. It's like if you do something like that, Bree, how far will you go? Remember what scripture I told you I rotate off of, man. I use it in my everyday life.
What's that?
Right there on the screen. My everyday life. That just let me know what's going on. So if you got a person that'll do that in a kind of small but real, real serious situation, how far would a person like that go? They go way further than that. And they are gonna go way further than that. They are. What up, though, Christ Council?
What's good with it, man? What's up,
Christ? What's up, homie?
What's good, man?
What's good?
I had to come turn up with y'all, man. I got that gas on deck, man. It's time to get right.
Ah, shit.
I saw King Curl live, man. That was the first thing I clicked on tonight, man. Let me go ahead and see what we talk about tonight.
Man, I don't know if it's because I'm old as hell, but man, it look like this time going fast as hell.
Oh, yes, it is going by faster now.
Man, it's going by fast as hell, bro. I'm like, damn, I just woke up at 9. It's about to be 2:00.
King, why you be sleeping so late, man? We be looking for you in the daytime to get it in.
I got up real early.
Oh, okay.
And my wife beat me up and I went to sleep. And I ain't talking on no mannish stuff. She literally beat me up.
Oh, dang, man.
And I went to sleep. You know how good butt whooping is, man.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that puts you out.
Curl up and go to sleep, man. So, bam, I went to sleep early. And I woke up and I noticed my hip a little bit. That let me know I was laying down too long.
Uh-oh.
So I didn't slid up, and I remembered I wanted to put this part 3 on the computer. So I done came downstairs, man, and did that and failed at that. So I'm gonna have to do that again. But I'm glad I did, man, because I seen that it was some people up. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go ahead and get these facts out here, man, because the official truth seeker, she went and did the handiwork. She went and dug up some archives, put them back up there, so it don't take you forever to find.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the official truth seeker. You out there, you always know you welcome to the platform. Whatever. But yeah, man. And then we get on the topic about whether they would do it or not. It's like, dude, read your history. You don't remember how they did them Chinese people they brought over here?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You don't remember how they did the quote unquote black people with the radiation back in the day, talking about
Oh,
they
yeah.
can make them white?
Oh yeah. Hey,
These people sick, man.
hey
These
King,
people
I
sick.
remember if you remember me telling you a while ago, but I had told you before that I'm allergic to radiation to a certain extent. Like radiation poisoning, I didn't know nothing about radiation poisoning until I started having the effects on myself, and that's when I first got turned on to it because that shit makes me sick. Sitting next to your Wi-Fi router, I
Yeah.
didn't even know how dangerous that stuff was until it started making me sick. I had to start looking it up online. Like, why was I feeling this way? Why was I getting burns? Like, it was so bad. Because Android phones, and I noticed that's when I started noticing the difference between quality of builds of devices and stuff like that. Android phones, they weren't made with the same quality as the iPhones were. Like, except for your notes, and it was only like some notes that had like good build quality. But a lot of them, they had like real cheap lithium batteries inside of which leak so much radiation from out of it. And like inside my palm, I still got now. I still got marks inside my hands, but inside my palms would be the flesh. My flesh would be red from just holding my phone, having my phone inside my pocket, have my leg looking crazy, have my kidneys while I'm walking down the street, have my kidneys feeling like man, something ain't right, man. Something about to damn place. And I had to look that shit up. I learned all about that radiation poison. All that your Wi-Fi router inside your house right now puts off an extreme and deadly amount of toxic amount of radiation daily. They were even showing radiologists with the little meter thing, and they were showing how much poisonous radiation is inside each individual home. We get the most radiation from our cell phones, our Wi-Fi routers, and from the your meters on the outside of your house. Those meters on the outside of your house dispense dangerous amounts of radiation, which all contribute to things like tumors, cancers, and so on.
The Catholic priests in America say don't get it.
Don't get what? Radiation?
No, I was reading.
Nah, the jabber.
Me, Mary Jane. What you mean the Catholic priest said don't get it?
Don't get that jab, man. You know.
Oh yeah, she talking about that jabber.
Who is the Catholic priest?
Oh, you saying the name?
She said the Catholic priest said don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the Catholic?
And you said who is he?
Yeah, like who is that?
Mm-hmm. Well, she a Catholic, so she could be talking about somebody she know.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying she could, not necessarily I'm right, but she could.
That's probably what it is. Probably like the person she sent under.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is, man. Oh, you know what, y'all? Hold up. Let me go here, y'all, because I still want to show y'all. I'm pretty sure.
And you know, super cooties that everybody getting a jab for, that was started from 5G too. In Wuhan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that all started from 5G too. A lot of studies show that 5G changes your mRNA strands, your DNA strand, your mRNA strands. It mutates it. It causes a genetic mutation in the same day, in the same month that 5G city, which is Wuhan, that was the first 5G city. Same day that went live, the same month that went live, that's the same day that everybody there started contracting this new disease or this new virus. It's all gene therapy. Same thing like with the jabs that you're getting now, it's all gene therapy. The only thing that, if you look it up, the only thing that separates the vaccine from other gene therapy is the FDA. They labeled it as a vaccine. That's the only thing, but it doesn't work as a vaccine. It works like chemical therapy. It works just like chemotherapy, which is chemical therapy.
Mhm.
Chemical therapy is a process, a repeated process, a hypnotic, a rhythmic or hypnotic process that changes mRNA strands as well, or DNA, any genetic strand changes your DNA over time. You have to get the vaccine over and over, along with boosters and everything else that they got, and it changes your DNA, your mRNA strands. It's all gene therapy. You tell somebody that's vaccinated though that they're in the gene therapy, they don't like hearing that.
Well, hell, man, I told y'all one of my earlier screens that I had just talked to my cousin who had got the jabbers like soon as they became available, and this was his second time catching the virus since then.
Mm. Well, you know that new Omnitron or Megatron, whichever.
Omicron.
Oh, there it is. I was about to say Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
You know, they knew one. The very first person that contracted it was a fully vaccinated person. The host. I can't even call it a host because everybody's a host that been following up with that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're using people as little test tubes and growing and farming viruses inside of them.
Mm.
And what as you would say, King, like you talk about mentioning it to people, people will basically turn a blind eye unless it comes from a certain source.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can mention you can mention Tuskegee, you can mention countless examples from World War II, where situations like this has happened before, and people will acknowledge it. But then once you show the correlation to what's happening now, it's always, oh no, but that's not happening now though.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're different now because we're more advanced and we're more civilized and we're more of this and we're more of that. And like you just see that delusion in their face, in their eyes, like.
It's like, I showed, the people they reverence, the people they put in high esteem.
Uh-huh.
And I showed you who these people follow. Now, if you got proof in some form or fashion that these people actually follow the devil, this fictional character who's supposed to be bad, right? To most people.
It's just a personification.
Yeah. Why is it hard for you to understand that these people playing in your face?
Because nobody wants to look at themselves or their family members or friends as being individuals that are basically meat. Being
see, Mno, that is the case. That is the case, Mno. I've been saying that way before it happened. That's the case. That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they're telling you that you have to see. The thing is, do y'all remember, y'all familiar with the United Nations?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember the before the dude died, the black guy that was the head? He was like the president over the United Nations. He was like the head guy. Probably the only black dude there.
But for some reason, I'm just thinking of the black dude from the World Health Organization.
No, this dude is from the United Nations. When you get a chance, just look him up. He died probably about several years back. But the thing he said people won't just be allowed to enter the New World Order. You have to take the Luciferian oath.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And listen, this is something like a Luciferian oath, because they're telling you all these chemicals is getting put in your body to help you, And because your money is on the line, your livelihood is on the line, a lot of people is taking that jump. It's taking that leap.
Yeah.
A lot of people, man. My guy brother, the guy I called, I did a live, he called me live. He told me that he gotta take it. And I'm like, dude, if you ain't alive, you ain't got no job, no business no more.
Hey,
Like
that's all of that. I gotta take it.
yeah.
I be having a hard time buying into it. I hear people say that too.
You gotta take it, bro. It ain't like they giving you a choice. It was a choice at first, but then they just start squeezing balls, man. Like, nah, hold up.
Hey, now you remember when the about I want to keep saying Illuminati because people start discrediting what we said. But you remember when the society started mocking God and mocking God's people when he was having celebrities come out like Kanye West, like Nipsey Hussle, and so on and so forth, saying, you know what? The slaves really did have a choice. They didn't have to be slaves. They could have killed themselves. And you had all of these people. Cause you had a lot of people that was disagree with it, but you had a lot of people say, well, you know, it is true. And then they would use that movie, The Black Panther, and use quotes from the Killmonger talking about how he would rather had jumped into the sea than to be brought over as a slave and whatever else. And then here we are 2 years later, and everybody's faced with that same exact decision.
Mm-hmm.
With that put aside that same exact situation where it's like, and you don't have to get the vaccine. You ain't got to get that. You ain't got to get jabbed. You ain't got to do none of that. That it ain't as extreme as having to jump off a ship. But it's pretty much the same thing. It's your livelihood. It's your kids' livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
It's your means of sustaining, making and sustaining a living.
Yep.
It's
and then you might have you probably ain't blessed to just have a normal McDonald's job. You might have that car dealership or factory job. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying? That truck driving job. Something that's paying them real big buckets, right?
But
you know what I'm saying? And you can't even work under your, what you,
exactly. It's almost like if you ain't got your own business, which again, and I keep saying it, man, it was real convenient that when Trump was in office, the whole thing you kept hearing throughout his whole term in office was, hey, everybody, make sure you start your own business. Hey, everybody, make sure you start your business. Now more than ever, it's easier to start your own business, and we're giving loans to everybody new who start their business. Fast forward a year after that, COVID and everything, Super Cooties happens and all of that. Mm-hmm. And then you got everybody who, at least as long as you got a business under your name, you can get PPP loans, PPE. You got people coming up like this who started their own. Mm-hmm. Who started their own. It's same thing like with the organization or the society. They have to let you know what they're doing before they do it. Like they have to. It's almost like it's a law of the universe or something. Like they can't just give you human meat. They have to tell you in some way, shape, or form. Hey, I should stop eating beef. Hey, McDonald's is putting human meat inside the sausage patties and inside the breakfast patties, and then they're having specials inside the morning saying 2 for the price of 1 or 2 for $1, and they're getting all the meat off like that.
Yep.
Imno is saying that the vaccine is in fact the mark of the beast.
I don't know, Imno. I do think it has something to do with it. I'm kind of feeling like the mark of the beast is what's coming next.
Yeah, I'm looking at it as a desensification. You understand? So, I mean, a lot of people fail from this vaccine. That's because that was happening way before, they came out with the C-19. You know what I'm saying? People was getting spazzed out from the vaccine. So there ain't nothing different than what's been happening. But what my thoughts is that is really in itself to most of us harmless. But the thought of it all,
the
thought of it all, you do what we say. Don't worry about what can happen to you. Do what I say. You understand?
It's for your best interest.
It's in your best interest if you want to live to do what I say. So all the people that ran and hurry up and rushed out, they gonna be here. A lot of us who ain't trying to do that ain't gonna be here. And me myself, I didn't made amends with that. I'm okay with that because everything these tinfoil hat people said that was gonna happen is happening. And if the rest of it that they talked about is gonna happen, I don't want to be around to see that shit no way.
I do.
I have faith in the action that if they've been right up to this point, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna be right on the rest of it too.
Yeah,
they've been 100% crazy. Hey, for the last 30 years, young dog, they've been right about what the hell was gonna happen because it showed unfolding right in our face. It's unfolding. You can't deny what the hell happened. You can't deny what they putting in our face. You can't deny what they promoting. You can't deny it no more.
Yeah, Biden has joined us, and I was playing a audio book called "Outwitting the Devil." I think you had came in for a second on it, King, on my stream one morning.
What y'all talking about?
It was a conversation that this guy had with the devil, and he went through the process of contacting the devil, getting the devil's number in order to contact him. He had a witness available there with him. He met all the qualifications that he needed in order to have the conversation with the devil, and he interviewed him for his book. And this was written in 1938. And the devil back then was already saying that his main prize in order to take over and win this battle with God, his opposition, was world war. And he was like, right now, he was working at bringing on another world war, which would be a great catalyst to God. And again, this was written in 1938. This was before World War II hadn't even happened yet. Then he was like that but the Second World War, which is going to set up what he wanted for the real world war to be, which would be World War III. And he was like that America, because of their free will and it being, he even described it as being a promised land or a chosen land that God had. And he was like, he had mentioned that or something. He was like that. This was the devil speaking. He was like that. It was his mission with the next World War, in order to put certain people in power in countries, and here in America too, and eventually to get a weak ruler in office, so that he could turn the country over to a democracy in another country, which right now is looking like China. America right now, definitely like it's been sold out to the hands of China.
See, let me help you. Let me help you with that thought process. Let me piggyback off you right quick.
Go ahead, Kay.
See, understand this. You see America and China, right? I see the brotherhood.
Oh, yeah.
There is no separation between China and America.
To a certain extent.
Huh?
To a certain extent.
Well, you talking about the people, the customs and shit like that. But what I mean by that is they are all one. They are one and the same. The only thing you see is the faces that so-called rule these people. But understand that them are just faces. Them are just bodies on a TV screen.
Mm-hmm.
If they had a parade, they'll be people that we can see if we stand close enough to get a visual that ride past us, right? But in all actuality, they nothing but puppets. They're not running anything. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, from the time they took that oath, way before they got in our faces, they were already sworn to a duty.
Mm-hmm.
And that duty was to sit in front of the camera and act like who they say they is. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Like, I definitely get you.
These people's thoughts on matters, we will never know what they personally think on things because we're not allowed to know. We're only allowed to know what they're told to tell us.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Hey, can you mind if I add something to that?
Come on.
Because I don't technically see them. I mean, I do see them as being two different people, but but you know, pretty much being on the same, I guess, having this walking the same path of life. Because the way I kind of look at it is as all like the United Nations we was talking about. I look at it as a group of people, a group of individuals, and there being one individual who has like a huge pot, kind of like in the Squid Games. You see that show, The Squid Game?
I ain't seen it yet.
Kind of like, you ain't seen The Squid Games, kind of like, best way I can describe it, man, you got a ruler, you got the king, you got the one, and all these people are playing inside this game. There's this small group of people, you got about 12 people playing inside this game. And within those group of people, they make pacts with one another. Like everybody's playing the same game. Everybody who's trying to become the one. Everybody wants to be the one. They want to be that one person, the person who has the power, who distributes, or basically God. Would label that the one as being God. And I see like all these other people who are players inside this game trying to be God. They make pacts with one another. They make teams with one another in order to whether minimize the power or to sustain, cap off the power of other people, or so that these certain groups of people can maintain even greater power than the other ones so they can win this game. But there's still, at the very end, you know, the prize of being the one, of being God at the very end of it. Like when you got the United Nations, then you got the seven countries within the United Nations that's over the United Nations. You know what I'm talking about?
You said some countries that's over the United Nations?
Yeah, the group, what is it, the 7 different countries that make up the SS, I forgot what they're.
Oh, you talking about like some type of other union or something like that?
Yes.
Some type of other collaboration?
Like you got the United Nations, and then you got this group that's like at the top of the United Nations, made up of 7 different people from the United Nations, and they make up like this new head or whatever. It's got like 5 letters. I forget what it's called. It's SS, but it's like it's United States, Russia, China. I think I forgot what the other countries were. I feel like Switzerland was one of them, or Germany. And those countries, as you see right now, are keeping everybody else in check. You got countries that don't agree with whatever their plan is, like for a prime example, this whole virus that's going on. You got countries that wasn't on board with that. You got countries that didn't shut down, like Brazil. Their mortality rate didn't change, but you see how policies and everything else from other countries and their involvement with Brazil did change greatly until they had to conform. Say like how they do with other countries. Like if all of us are playing. If all of us are playing for the Los Angeles Lakers, and all of us, me, you, and Bree are all, and everybody else inside the chat are competing for playing time, it would be advantageous for me, you, and Bree to make an alliance. So like whether we just pass the ball to each other when we're on the court, so that we look better, so that we can secure our spot on the starting 5, even though all of us are inevitably on the team.
Okay.
To the point where our center Mean Mary knows whether we confirm it through vocally or we show it through our actions. She knows, hey, if I'm not on board with these three people, when I'm inside the game, they're not going to pass it to me.
Mm-hmm.
If we go up 12, 15 points, it's going to be from King, Curl, Bree, and Chris. I'm going to have no involvement. And to the coaches, everybody who's watching on the sidelines, they're going to pull them out the game. If you ain't doing shit out there, let's get somebody else inside there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they bring M-No inside there, and M-No is a part, or M-No is what getting down with us. M-No is like, hey, I see what y'all doing. I see what y'all got going on. Guess who's going to be catching alley-oops and getting special dimes all throughout the game? M-No. M-No's going to be getting them dropped on him. M-No's going to be moving up, and then now we got our 4-man starter, as opposed to, and we all inside this together. And you know what I mean? Like we're still competing at the very end. That's the way I was trying to describe. My fault, man. I feel like I'm damn blabbing now, man. I get the damn talking when this gas started blowing up, man.
Yeah, see, that's what when I get off into that the New World Order, I'm gonna go down through there. Because what I want to point out is the formation and the deception, and I'm gonna have a little visual for it too. But basically, you know, like the you know, most of the women, you understand, in our sector say, you know, they playing in our faces.
Mm-hmm.
They're mocking us. You understand? They're think of the new variant that just dropped.
Yeah, Optimus Prime.
Now, guess what other word you get out of that new variant? Hold on, let me put it up on the screen right quick, because we ain't even got to say it. Well, I'm gonna show you guys right quick. Let's see, because they just did a video on it. Dang, I was hoping to just get the because I know y'all can't see that. Hold on, let me come back. And let me see, can I get this on the big screen? Oops. Nope, I can't. But the name of it is Omnicrime, right?
Yeah.
You think it's coincidence, or it just so happen to be you can get moronic out of that word? Now, see, let me explain how I got that out of that word, or why it's in that word. Because if you bought it up to this point, why wouldn't you be assumed as that? After what you've seen, what you've heard, why wouldn't you be seen as moronic? And I know people, hey, you know, my family member, this, that, and the other. Yes, I know. But listen, why do you expect these people to be telling you the truth? They took an oath to something way more important than you way before they signed up. So why do you think these people love you? They're not allowed to love you.
Yeah.
Their love could get their family members done away with. You think they love you now?
Oh,
Their
no,
love could have them disappear. Do you think they love you now? They're part of a team, a brotherhood. And they let you know that they shouldn't have to show you every line of what they do. All you got to do is know that they took an oath. You can't refuse it if you don't plan on signing up. So they took the oath to get the MD to be able to practice on you. It's a practice that's done on you.
Yeah.
So why would they
practice it?
Why would they do this? Why would they lie? Why wouldn't they? Who are you? Who am I? You talking about these motherfuckers giving away? They selling their own. They're trading their own firstborns. Who the hell are you? Quit putting your life in these people's hands. Quit believing what these people tell you. It's a business. If you want to know how to run a business, check out Pharmakia.
Oh yeah.
See what type of stuff they do. See what type of diseases is given out just so a certain company can make money off of it. They're talking about certain volumes of this radiation is causing cancers and diabetes. From sound, bro? From rays?
Radiation.
Wow.
Radiation poison, man. If y'all ain't looked up radiation poison, just if you got a second and throughout your day, just type in Wi-Fi radiation poison or Wi-Fi routers radiation poison. You'll see countless people with those little meters, and they'll show it. And the stronger, the newer that your Wi-Fi router is, the stronger it went from 2.4 hertz to 3.8. I think now it's like the one I got right now is like a 6.0. And like that, it's blasting radiation across your house. Our society is set up to the point right now where a lot of people's workstation, they all have a router right there by their computer. Like our kids, when they go to school, that's what they're surrounded by. Huge towers that send to that signal all around the school.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more that you could do with radiation other than just that it poison as well. Like, there's a lot of things that they're able to do with radiation in order to send signals to certain people. They have to be receptive to them. People used to pick up frequencies when they had metal inside their mouth. They would get gold or silver teeth inside their mouth, and they'd be picking up those frequencies and be hearing radio stations. You got to be receptive to it. A lot of things that we put inside our bodies, like these shots that they're doing now, it's making people more and more receptive.
Now, hey, y'all, I got something I want to play for y'all.
What you got, Kay?
That I was checking out earlier, man. I just want to put on the floor the extent that this deception goes to. And look, I'm gonna point out too how it's right in our face, man. Check this out, y'all. Let me get back over here and put this on the big screen. Okay. Oh, hold on. I gotta take it off mute.
The main reason for this declaration is not because of what is happening in China, but because of what is happening in other countries. Our greatest concern is the potential for the virus to spread to countries with weaker health systems and which are ill-prepared to deal with it.
So today, WHO's Technical Advisory Group on Virus Evolution met to discuss the variant B11529, to discuss what we understand about this variant and if it should be classified as a variant of interest or a variant of concern. Based upon the information that we have, particularly from South Africa, they have advised WHO that this variant should be classified as a variant of concern. So today we are announcing B11529 as a variant of concern named Omicron.
Finally tonight, she's out of this world. The current commander of the International Space Station about to break a big record tonight. Here's ABC's Gio Benitez.
They call it the Peggy factor, Mission Control's code word for the way superstar astronaut Peggy Whitson always gets the job done.
I love it up here.
Tonight, Commander Whitson making history with her record for any American. By the time she lands in September, her tally will be 666 days in space.
People of Earth, I am Lur of the planet Omicron Persei 8. Is this thing on?
666 days in space.
Everybody ought to see Jesus in the morning.
My bad. Yeah, just a few things, man. I be zooming into, man. I be wanting y'all to check out, you know what I'm saying? But right in our face. Right in our face. But see, the more people they turn off, to the Bible, the lesser people even recognize what they even talking about. Y'all hear me? Y'all there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I'm just making sure I ain't mess up nothing. But yeah, see, Satan likes to hide, but he's so arrogant. He's so everything the Bible says about him that he can't help but to mock you and laugh in your face. Can't help it. It's just like it when you see it, dog. When you start seeing it, I promise you, you're not gonna be able to unsee it when it happens. Did y'all see that Simpsons episode from back in the day? Not Simpson, Futurama.
About
episode, the dude
about
named Omicron.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It's countless more, man. I got a few I ran into today like that. Countless more things to show you that this plan has been in play. It's been in play. Wait till y'all see the other one I got to show y'all. It's a short clip. I got to go retrospect it and make sure I know the time mark where I wanted to, want to stop and start it at. So y'all can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, and this was an old, Bree, this cartoon was probably, man, from like the 60s. It was an old cartoon. And they was in a little thing. They say he was about tall as a shoe. And they was in like a little spaceship, man, that had a needle in the front of it, dog. Had a long point on the front of that boy, dog. I'm looking at this. I'm like, wow. Then I went back and checked the name. And then I checked the name of the cartoon again. I'm like, wow, this is the same name. So this stuff been in play, man. It been in play, dog. It's crazy. And what he said to be in the little cartoon, he said he was from Venus and he was with this little square looking thing called a Omicron or something like that. It was just like his name, but it had something added to it. And he was from Jupiter. Yeah, man, I'm gonna pull that up. I was unprepared tonight, man. I only prepared to put that video down so y'all can retrospect. Know if you anywhere around, make sure you check that video I'm about to get ready and drop down. Make sure you please check that out, bro, because you're gonna see a lot of similarities with I told you I've heard it before, Bree. I told you.
What's that?
That I heard what he was telling us before.
Oh, no.
You remember I was telling you that? Yeah. I found it.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting an echo from you, Bree. You remember I was telling you that? Yeah. I found it. No, that ain't you. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, we good. Yeah, man. I told you, and I ran into it, man. I was pre hearing this. I didn't seen all these videos I be grabbing, man. I didn't seen probably these videos 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
But I refound it, you know, just proofreading it before I downloaded it. And it got a lot of the beginnings of that stuff, that what he was talking about in it. Yeah. So make sure. Oh, okay. Appreciate you, No. I just want y'all to make sure, because the next live y'all see is gonna be me putting that video on here. So you know, y'all ain't gotta. If you got something better to do, go ahead and do it. But when you get a chance, make sure y'all please listen to these videos I'm putting down as hard as y'all possibly can, man, because you got a lot of powerful information in there. And remember, he's reading to you from the laws, from the ways, from the you know, like the Bible is my guide. He's reading from the guide of the mystery schools. So he's gonna tell you everything that he's gonna repeat to you, everything that they believe.
Gotcha.
Throughout all these videos, and he gonna tell you when he put his insight in there. He gonna let you know. He gonna let you know when he quoting and unquoting. So just, you know, pay attention. It's from the 90s, so you know you still got to use a little bit of your brain. You know what I'm saying? Still got to use a little bit of your brain. But yeah, man, it's going down, man. It's about time that the people that can at least hear my voice understand what I'm seeing, because it's looking crazy to me. It's looking just like I'm gonna get that little Neo hook up when he started seeing the Matrix for what it was. You did. Remember you standing there and all the shit around him was green and letters moving up and down and shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that little hookup so I can just throw it up there when I'm trying to illustrate what the hell I'm feeling, what the hell I'm seeing every day. And look, I want y'all niggas to see this shit too. I don't want to be the only person seeing this shit.
Oh, I see it with you, King. Once you see it, you can't unsee it no more.
You can't unsee it, man. And I'm like, man, why the fuck do I got to be by myself? Let me get an army of motherfuckers together so we can all see this shit together.
Hey, man, you better off holding your breath, man.
Hey, I'm going to have to do that, man, because, hey, if somebody felt like that, the people I drew from, if they felt like that, I would never know.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? If I didn't go through gladiator school spiritually and physically, I would never know.
When I come to see Kings, a lot of people talk good. When it comes time to show, they ain't never there.
So listen, that's my point right there, Christ Council. I ain't really never been a good follower, but I've been a hell of a motherfucking nigga that set some shit off. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I've always, you know, been a person that can damn sure initiate. You dig what I'm saying? Now, if I can get just a few good men that love,
that's all it would take.
That love truth, you know, on no matter how much it hurt us, how much it helped us. You know, we probably been thinking one way our whole goddamn life and get hit with the truth. I love truth. And my only qualification for joining me is to be that way too.
Yeah.
That way I know we can't fail.
But what about the action? Getting other people to take that action.
Well, see, when you start off with a few good men, those few good men usually put together a nice little plan to make something happen. But we got to get the foundation good.
What about with those few good men? What about when some of them are real comfy as well?
They real who?
Comfortable.
Like what you mean?
Content. They content.
They content with where they at?
In their circumstance. My bad, counsel. I ain't
Oh, no,
mean
you good, man. No,
You good, man. Shit. Help me understand. I want to know what he means. Okay, listen. See, what happened is you're not trying to start a revolution physically. See, remember the sin starts with the thought.
Spiritual revolution, is that what you're talking about?
No, mental.
Mental.
All mental. It's like we've been on break from using our brains or even trying to access the other parts of our brain. Right now, let's go ahead and get this mental reset going. Help people unlearn the fucking lies and put some truth behind it.
And then after truth, then what? Like, what's the end game for mental revolution?
The whole purpose of getting your brain there is because the brain drives and dictates
That's
what
the
happens
control
inside this
center.
reality. Yes, so
that's the control center.
Going back to
it's
those
just
good
like
men
before
being
you throw a kick, it comes from the brain.
Like if they get their mind there, but they're still
right. See, you got to start with the mind first. We got to plant the seed. We got to show people that this ain't just talk.
So after we get our mind right, then what's the next step?
Mm-hmm.
Then what do we get right? Get together next.
We get on this platform. You understand? We when we out in the streets, we pass that card around.
So you say we preach?
Not really a preach, but we let it be known that it's a community. You ain't got to be alone no more. And then when all those minds come together, we together, so it won't be no leader or no heads. All of us will be that. All of us together come up.
Right, so when we start kicking ass, get to that part.
See, ain't no ass kicking. You don't need to. You kick ass with your brain.
So you talking about a spiritual warfare?
No. I'm talking about all mental right now.
If it's not physical,
mental numbers.
Yeah, like if it's all mental, how do you combat when you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I get it. You're trying to understand something. You're trying to reset your mind, unlearn what you've learned. Okay, now when all that's when you thinking about the right shit or whatever, then what?
Okay, let me put it to you like this. We play video games, right?
Yeah.
Right? How many times you played Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers, and you just wanted to go inside the game and do what you wanted to do and realize you can't do what you want to do? How many times? You lost a whole lot of times, right? But then when you figured out the pattern, you figure out, hold up, there's a certain pattern you can go and you can beat him this way. And then you tried and that pattern succeed. And that pattern succeed again. Like every time you repeat that pattern, you make sure, or should I say it's a guarantee that you succeed. Well, check it out. In life, it's the same way. You figure out the way to go. If you saying I'm anti-fighting, I'm anti-hurting another human, you figure out a way to go to where you can avoid that.
Yeah, you get people who aren't anti, but that still walk the same path that you do.
So
you understand?
So all we got to do is just get our mind right, and then that's it. Nothing else to do besides that.
That's the beginning.
We didn't have our mind right in the 60s?
No, hell no. Hey, people started getting their mind right and they threw LSD out there. They threw free cocaine out there. They threw free weed out there.
Yeah, that didn't come until like the...
But when we...
$60s.
LSDs came out in the 60s. Cocaine,
once enough of us get our mind right, then what?
Then that's when you come up with a proper plan. You need
a plan to do what?
What's the
objective?
First of all, you need a few good men.
Yeah, we back where we started, and now
When-
when
when
those
you
good
get
men
those-
are comfortable, then what?
If those men are comfortable, you see how far those men will go as far as spreading this knowledge, as far as helping other people see the same things that you see.
Like how Jesus did, right? When he was recruiting for the
Absolutely.
disciples. How he was telling-
Absolutely.
So again, so that's what I was talking about. Like
more preaching.
Well, see, let's look at it like this. Making people aware.
Well, we could pull out the thesaurus and we could name a whole bunch of stuff for preaching.
Okay, call it what you want to call it. It
Okay.
is what it is.
More preaching.
And it's gonna be
and
it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Man,
You understand?
We've been doing, but haven't we been doing that?
Yeah,
Haven't we
change
been
needs to
doing that
happen.
for centuries?
No.
Let me read what Emno said. Briz, the whole purpose is to become the overseers of the planet. Emno, if you're hearing me, just type a little something to clarify what you're saying, because I really don't understand
probably
what that
driving.
means. Yeah, that's why I said when you can.
When you get a chance.
When you get a chance, throw me a text. I mean, throw me a tutorial of what you're saying. You know. What I'm saying?
And
Quick tutorial.
if we done by that time, make sure you put it in the comment section, because we see it that way too.
That's what I was talking about earlier, King, with the United Nations. The whole purpose is to become overseers of the planet, be God, to be that number one, to dictate what the direction that the world is going to go.
You going, Boo? Going to bed? Oh.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, anything that got to do with more of the same thing we've been doing is like.
What you mean we was doing? That's what you kind of threw me off at.
Like you say we gotta put people up on game, right?
We the opposition.
Hold up. Now you say we the opposition?
Yeah.
What you mean?
We're not a part of. We don't conform with the system, so that and we are living in the system.
Right.
So not being no part of it, we would be the opposition.
Bucking up against that status quo.
Right. Now that's not breed. Now that's whether you believe or if you don't believe, because here we is, all of us believe different things, but we got the same stance on certain things.
Well, yeah, because there's a bunch of arbitrary lines that we got to make more visible, I guess, as it relates to belief.
Like
because
for instance, why won't you take the jabber?
So I've been thinking about taking the jabber actually.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. Now tell me why you haven't done it yet, and then tell me why you been thinking about it.
I haven't done it because I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm a part of me thinking it might be some bullshit, and a part of me thinking it might be okay. And that's for the same reasons, and that's the same reason why I'm thinking about taking it, because it's a lot of stuff that it could be wrong, but at the same time, what if this shit right? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's a possibility that what you saying is true, or we can't falsify what you're saying. But at the same time, it is a possibility that what they're saying is right.
Now, when you say what they saying is right, what exactly do you mean?
Like it's something to help you. All I'm saying is that a possibility? That's a yes or no question.
Oh, you asked me.
Yeah.
Bree, under no conditions whatsoever, especially you, quote unquote, black man, do these people desire to help you.
Okay, so so you're saying that there's no possibility. There's not even a possibility.
Zero.
See, I can't see.
Possibility of what?
That they're giving him something, or the jabber will help you.
Is what they say it is. It's just a vaccine to try to combat the shit. Is it a possibility that that's correct?
I think it's a possibility.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. It's a possibility. Is it a possibility? But you saying it's not even a possibility. That is that is extreme.
Hey, Bree.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say what you be saying, because I believe in the Bible. I believe the world is 6,000 years old or something like that. You said.
Yeah, Scott. Yeah,
Okay.
Scholars would date biblical scholars would date the shit back to 6,000 years. Yeah.
Okay, so listen, 6,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
You telling me up till now, the human body just forget how to fight, to do the same fighting it's been doing throughout human history?
I don't know.
No.
See.
No.
Nah.
What I'm doing is I'm just trying to draw a picture for you.
I understand, but what I'm trying to tell you is, don't nobody have the fucking answers. We don't though. We don't. That's why we got platforms, because we don't have answers. We don't have answers. We believe, we have beliefs, but beliefs ain't facts.
Listen, man. Let me reiterate something to you, brother. All right? Because you my guy. I'm gonna reiterate this to you. All the people you seen pushing for you to do this, and I know you don't believe in God or the devil as the way that I do, but understand this. From Bill Gates to Danny Fauci and everybody in between, these people were long ago talking about depopulation by way of medicines and V's. They were long ago. I'm talking about as long as 12 years ago, talking about this before it even became an issue. These people are the same people that's pushing for this now. And trust me, brother, when you do just a little bit of research to find out what these people believe and who they worship, you will understand if they lead any group that's trying to say they trying to help you, they are lying. They are telling a lie. As soon as you see the networks, all the networks involved, nobody going against it unless they're puppets for the cause.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, you're saying that, you say, look at who they believe in, like the devil and shit, right?
They're Satanists. They believe in human sacrifices.
But you believe Satan has power.
Yeah.
I don't even believe in Satan.
I mean, you don't even believe in Satan.
That you could still be influenced.
But haven't you ever seen
but what I'm saying
somebody
is
being deceived before?
He's saying it's actual power in what they believe in.
Yeah.
Right. Like there's an actual spirit power, an actual spirit. He's saying it's actual, man.
Like this actual entity, individual.
Yes, that has power.
Right. When I say that Satan has power, I'm still talking about like what we was talking about before, that collective.
Hey, brother, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm trying to put it to you the way I can put it to you. But my thing is this: if you see somebody like Shaq, if you see somebody like anybody that you know that's famous,
Shaq a no Mason
your best bet is to haul ass and run.
All I'm saying is not even a possibility that this shit is just what they say it is, just a vaccine to combat the shit. That's not even a possibility.
I believe it's a possibility with like some of them, or maybe one or two of them. But the thing with this group, they're all about probabilities and the possibility of. So where one hand that they'll give you something that works, the very next minute they'll give you something that's 10 times as worse. It's all about numbers to them. It's all about
hey Bree,
results.
I love you, dog. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing to ever happen to you, bro.
What I'm saying is this is all our beliefs though, bro. Like this is all what we believe.
Yeah.
We don't know none of this shit, dog. But we speaking like we know this shit. That's disingenuous, dog.
Hey, Bill Gates was talking like he know it, and everybody listen to him. He's a computer dude. He talking like he know all this and that about the human body. Did nobody have no problem listening to him?
And we all have to challenge our foundation.
We got to, bro. We got to challenge our shit. I'm talking about everything from your spiritual shit, politics, all that shit. Especially shit that you don't know. If you know it, you ain't gotta tune it up. But if it's a belief, you could be believing in the wrong shit. That shit might be untrue.
You could be. That's why we have things like this.
That's always a possibility. But I guarantee you this.
That's even our God.
What we talking about right now.
That's even what we believe in as God.
What we talking about right now, this subject that we on right now, you've been warned. And anybody that hear this been warned.
But that's where we lose them at right there, Key. Once we do that, like that's where we lose them at. That's
lose them because that's arrogance. That's
I get what you say. Yeah, my fault, Bree. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Let me get out this car. Let me hit the button right.
Oh, you good, man. Now, King, like I get what you say, but that way only leads to a situation like Noah, where it's just you by yourself, and with the upcoming war that we all know about, that we've been taught about since infancy, our army. It doesn't even have to be a large army. God could take 100 men and do magic with, but it's getting that 100 men there. That's why I was asking before about if you have good men, like Brother Bree right here, man. Like there's somebody that I would say is a good dude from my interactions with them, and from hearing how you speak on him, and you continue to call him your brother. So that's a good man, but he's complacent or comfortable setting his thought, that there's a possibility of X, Y, of whatever his reason it is, and that causes what good men to maybe not take steps forward in the direction that we're speaking about.
Well, the thing is, what an individual can do is they can go research on what's in it first, right? Do that first.
If they're comfortable, it's not gonna. If you're already comfortable, either they're not gonna look at it or it's not gonna penetrate.
Listen. We not in the business for stroking egos. We not in the business for telling people what they want to hear.
But we are in the business of waking up.
We're in the business of telling the truth before anything. See, that got to be the foundation. Nothing else can be the foundation. The truth got to be the foundation.
So you got to have the truth right there with you. You got to have the truth right there. You got to have the truth right there with you. Because a lot of people our interaction like this, outside of this, this might be the only time that they have, these type of conversations.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, my thing is this, man. It's just like what you see my banner say. I just offer the truth, man. I can't tell you nothing besides the truth. Now you can say that's my truth. I'm cool with that too. But I'm not gonna tell you something. I'm not gonna stroke your ego because you want to hear certain things. When it comes to you saying yes or no, I'm gonna just say yes or no. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna cut any corners. I'm not gonna. If you want me to explain, now I can go and explain why. And if you still don't understand it, then hey, I can't do nothing else for you.
That's for you loser, Jay. That's for you loser.
See, it's not me that lose them.
Hey,
if they meant to be, they gonna be.
Who was it that said? I can't remember who was it that said this parable specifically.
Oh, hold up. Christ, well, it all starts with information. We don't have this conversation. We don't have this conversation we having right now without having information first. So it all starts with information. You got to get the information passed. Then you got to make sure the person you pass it to got to make sure it checks out. Got to make sure all the T's is crossed and all the I's is dotted. Then you got a foundation.
Who was it that said something along the lines of, in order to gain the weak, I became weak. In order to gain the Jews, I became
Apostle
a Jew.
Paul. I like that. Come on with it.
If you're going to gain people, you just telling them and then saying, well, if they don't get it, then they just don't get it. That's not how you. That's not going to get them. I mean, it's going to save you. It's going to save you, but it's not going to bring anybody with you. I'm gonna give you a prime example. Right?
No, you ain't even got to. I can feel that 120% because it ain't about me initially. Like you say, it can save me because I claim to know better, right? But our mission is to try to wake people up. So yeah, you right about that. You right about that. I stand critique in
I ain't critiquing you, man.
No, it is what it is. That's a fact. You just pointed out a fact.
Man. We walking with each other right now.
See, I disagreed with you initially, but now I totally agree with you. So I stand corrected on that. You're right. It is possible to lose some because of or should I say just being too confident, and that confident looks like arrogance if you're a person that's standing in a place where you can't even understand where I'm coming from. So yeah, I do stand corrected on that. I appreciate that. And look, that's what my platform about. You got to be able to check things that don't look and sound right. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, and you got to be able to be approached to do that. So hey, I appreciate that. So look, let me redo this in another way, then, brother. Let me do this in another way. What I'm trying to do is just point out that those people, I always use those people, but understand those people are nothing more than characters. But even though they're deceiving us, at the same time, they're mocking us too. Notice how when the brother brought up how we talk about it, but we don't know nothing about it. And then I was able to come right behind him and point out how another character don't know nothing about the human anatomy. But when he spoke, everybody clung on to his words. When I brought up Bill Gates. Yeah. Now, see, that's only there for people like me to come back and use as a weapon or a form of protection, because that's there to show people how in control that they really are. This IBM computer dude come and tell you more about the human body than your doctor is, and you just automatically eating up every word he say.
Because of his status.
Because of his status. So yeah, so even though these guys are puppets, I still use them, but I'm gonna find a different way to express that. So let me go here. If you go check out Bill Gates' Roots, his parents were the founders or some of the founders of Planned Parenthood. If you do just a little bit of research on Planned Parenthood, they are basically involved in the depopulation before it really became a big thing. They the ones that pass out your condoms, your birth control, they abort, stuff like this. This is what they do. And you had people that talk about how they put the Planned Parenthood in the black neighborhoods, but really they only do that so that the whites can go somewhere not nowhere near their homes and get rid of their babies versus right across the street from their house. Yeah. It ain't got nothing to do with luring black women in because they don't have a color code. They take all babies, all of them. So look at the roots. Look at the roots of Bill Gates. Now fast forward to him just so happened to be this computer wizard. Just so happens. And then turning from computer whiz to a guy that's talking about depopulating the earth by vaccines and medicines. Then fast forward to 2019 telling you he wants to save your life. Mm-hmm. He want what's best for you. Do you see how crazy that sound, man? Did I help you see inside my head enough right there, Christ Council, so you can without being the same thing. Without being too, you know what I'm saying, like confident and arrogant?
We definitely see the same thing.
Okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Even looking at his personality, when you look at how he became Bill Gates.
Oh, you back, Bree? Was that better than the last console I tried to give you?
No, yeah, I get that. Let me ask you this right quick.
Okay.
How would you feel about all this shit, hypothetically speaking, if God didn't exist?
You said, how would we?
How would you?
How would
you feel about all this bullshit going on if God, say for instance, God didn't exist, the devil didn't exist, God didn't exist, all that shit is figments of our imagination, hypothetically speaking. Mm-hmm. Spirits don't exist, none of that shit exists. How would you feel about all this shit going on then?
Like the Americans in the Cold War, the Revolutionary War, like the government was trying to take my power.
I thought that way before, Bree, that all that stuff didn't exist.
No, I'm talking about right now. Hypothetically speaking, in 2001, right now.
2001?
Right now.
Yeah.
Present day.
Government was taking my power.
Right now.
Uh-huh.
How if God didn't exist, the devil didn't exist, none of that shit existed, how would you feel about the affairs of the day?
Well, I can't really answer that question, but I can answer it based on a person that don't believe what I believe.
Based on a person, what what you mean yourself, right? Based on yourself, right? If you didn't believe, right?
Yeah. It can be based on me too. When I didn't believe, I felt something was wrong.
Wait, time out. I only want it to be based on what you believe, not what another motherfucker believe. What you believe.
Okay, but it's in unison with that though. I felt like something was wrong. I didn't know what was wrong, but I felt something was wrong.
Yeah, you talking about back then, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about
right now. I'm talking about right now.
I would probably still feel like something was wrong. I mean, literally, Bree, my whole life I always felt like something wasn't right, man.
In terms of
just life, period. I always believed like always felt something was wrong. Even when things was going right, I felt like something was wrong.
Now to understand that, well, your faith in God and Jesus helps you to reconcile with that, right?
Well, I'm able to collect a lot more dots. Yeah.
Right. What I'm
I'm
saying
able to collect
is,
a lot more dots.
with hypothetically speaking, right now,
Mm-hmm.
imagining that God didn't exist, none of that stuff exists.
I can't do that.
Why not?
Because I'd just be going off a freestyle. I wouldn't be telling you how I really feel. Because I can't really imagine that. I lived like that before.
Why you can't imagine it?
Because I can't. You really can't see what you see. What you didn't see. I can't go backwards like that.
No, I'm not asking you to go back anywhere.
Now I have lived believing that before in my life.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about
That's
what
what
you
I'm saying. That's
believe
where it's
back
hard for me.
then.
That's why it's hard for me to do now. I can't unknow what I know. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can't imagine. It's just like I would have to imagine.
Is it thinking that God don't exist? Is that hard for you? Thinking that God not real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That gotta be it, because now if you can say it is a God, but not the God that I believe in, then I can flow with you. But just to say ain't no God, period. It's just like saying a house built itself. I can't do that.
Well, we know houses don't build themselves.
That's my point. So I can't go.
But you comparing it to you. Why is you comparing it with something that you know has to be built by somebody, but you don't know that about the universe?
No, we talking about the body.
Well, we don't know about the body either.
You talking about me believing that I didn't have a creator. So you're talking about the body. The body is more sophisticated than the house. So to say
that's correct.
That the house had a builder, but the body didn't.
But we know houses are built. We don't know if bodies are built. We don't know how man was created, or if it was. We don't know nothing about that. We got speculations and theories, but that's it. But you could pull up a YouTube video and throw it on the screen right there, and it'll show you in 20 seconds how a house is made.
Mm-hmm.
But you really don't know if a body is made or not. So that's a false equivalency. You comparing people to houses.
No, it's just fine to the majority. It's only a select few that don't like that comparison, and you just so happen to be one of the select few.
Clearly.
But you know, when you just do a little bit of investigation, see, I used to be able to take the blood be able to take the blood from the heart through the body back to the heart when I was taking nurse's aid. And I used to know the skeletal system. So when you talk about this type of sophistication, and I ain't even talking about the veins and the tissue, the stomach tissue, I ain't even talking about all that stuff. I'm just talking about this little stuff. When you look at the sophistication involved in that, my brother, you would bear witness to never believing that a body could just come out of a bang.
Well, I never said I believed that.
I mean, well, where you think, if you don't believe that there's a God, where you think the people come from?
I don't know. I'll be the first to tell you I don't know.
Well, what makes sense to you so far?
What makes sense to me?
The stuff that you heard, what makes the most sense?
I mean, just because, what makes it, just because, well, let me say this, just because something makes sense to me, don't mean that that's truth. That's absolute fact.
No, I didn't say you thought it was truth. I just said what makes the most sense to you.
Well, I'm a go with the scientific explanation, the Big Bang. I think the Big Bang scientifically makes the most sense. Scientifically.
You want to close the other one? The Big Bang make more scientifically, right?
Scientifically. I'm not saying that I believe that
you don't believe that that's true or necessarily true.
I don't believe that that's factual.
Okay.
I believe that scientifically this is the best explanation they have.
Okay, now that's scientifically. What about
Scientifically.
what
Right.
about just reality?
Reality?
Yeah.
My feelings tell me that it appears like it appears that it could be a creator. You know, that's what my feelings and my emotions tell me.
Mhm.
But when I bring logic into the fold, when I use, you know what I'm saying, other stuff besides my feelings, you know, it's like, well, I come to the conclusion that I really don't know. But scientifically, I will go with the Big Bang, and emotionally, maybe it's a God. I don't know.
So when you use the term scientifically, right?
Hmm.
Do you mean like you with the thoughts of scientists?
Thoughts of a
When you say
scientist.
when you say scientific, is that what you references like the thoughts of scientists?
Just I guess so, yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure I know what you mean by scientific.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so feeling wise, you say
It appears that this universe has an intelligent designer.
okay, okay, okay. Okay. I'm digging that. I'm digging that synopsis. So dig this here.
Yeah.
What I want to hold on, let me read this first.
Go ahead.
Research, bro, they're tampering with the facts, so they're not facts anymore. Okay. That's true in a lot of ways. That's true in a lot of ways. Now, what I want to make known is the fact that no matter what you or I believe, there's a group of people compared to the population of the earth, what we told the population of the earth is a relatively small group of people. And their claws, their fingers go all the way down from the top all the way to our neighborhoods. And they're deceiving a lot of our people by pretending to be, for lack of a better way to put it, an angel of light, trying to help, trying to do what's good. But really, and behind, the scenes, they're a cabal. They have everything to do with what's going wrong in this world, 90%. The other 10% is just human imperfection. They're in control of our schools. They're in control of our water, our heat, police, doctors, scientists, government. And what I want to do, the people that's involved that don't know what they're involved in, I want to make them aware. I want to make the people who can't see them or do see them and don't know what significance they play, and understand that a lot of these people are asleep. A lot of these people are being deceived, just like the scriptures say. They're being deceived and they're deceiving and continuing to be deceived. They're being deceived. Because I know some people that appear to be real good people in front of my face. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt to say they don't know that this stuff is taking place. And I want to make them aware. We understand each other, Bree and Christ Council.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people don't know, man. They wear this stuff like a crown, thinking that they doing, like they doing big things, like they really helping out, but behind the scenes, You know, when you get to the higher plateaus, you find out what's really going on. And it ain't pretty. The truth, these matters I'm speaking on now, man, it ain't pretty whatsoever. But they're not hiding it like they've been used to hiding it. They're not hiding it anymore. You think Cat Williams was able to say what he wanted to say, what he got out, because they slipped up, or do you think they wanted you to hear what he said?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? See, they control the airwaves. You think you heard what Dave Chappelle say because they slipped up, or because they wanted you to hear it?
Cat Williams a fool though.
And wasn't he raw and uncut with the way he put it?
Mm-hmm.
The way he did it? But see, what he was is an example. See, you know, a lot of people think, oh, he went against them. Nah, he did his job. He did what he was supposed to do. And gonna continue to be heavily rewarded doing it. The same as David Chappelle. See, they put them in our face. Oh, these are heroes. These are heroes. These are people that went against. Nah. People that go against don't even live to talk about it. People that go against, we get told, killed 5 people and then killed itself. Or OD'd. Then what happened to the people that go against? They don't live the years after. Not the majority of them. Not on a worldwide scale like these brothers is. See, they want to control both narratives. They want to control the to and the fro. And I ain't gonna say want to. They do. They dictate every war. Y'all don't see how Ford made kill machines for the people overseas and us? How you American making kill machines to go against the country you supposed to be from?
So
can y'all explain that?
What does Hasbro?
What?
Y'all want me to repeat the question?
Oh no, I heard you.
No, okay. They making Americans is making weapons for who?
For Germany, for Hitler. How does that happen? Do that make any sense to y'all?
You got to show me the.
I mean, hey, just go back and look at some old tanks from Hitler. They don't have the Ford symbol on them motherfuckers.
You say what now?
I say they don't have the Ford symbol on them motherfuckers.
But you saying that American was making tanks for the Germans, the Nazis?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Ford.
I'm saying, so what's the evidence that they were? Is what I'm saying.
Oh, I told you to go back and look at some old pictures of Nazi tanks.
Okay.
War machines.
What am I looking for?
A big Ford symbol.
And if it don't have one, what that mean?
I wouldn't be talking to you about it if they didn't have one, brother. I mean, come on, man. You know me longer than any of these people on this platform.
Well, shit.
Why would I bring that up to you if you ain't gonna find it? And it ain't gonna take long for you to find.
Share the picture then.
I mean, you work your computer better than mine. Hell, I wasn't prepared to show that. You want to see it? God damn it.
So what?
Try. No, you didn't see it, man. I'm about to try.
So I'm looking for a Nazi tank.
Yeah, Nazi tanks.
With a Ford symbol, right?
I wouldn't even say Ford symbol. Just go. I didn't. The photos I seen, it wasn't even about Ford. I just seen them on the tanks. You hear me? Or you can type that up. Just type that up then, Bree.
For a symbol, okay.
Yeah. Just type Ford built Nazi tank, something like that. Let's see. Let's see. Evolution, German tanks. See, I seen some old tank photo. Let's see. How it works, World War II tank factory. German tank commander. You ain't find nothing?
No, I can't find nothing.
Well, I guess you know what. Let's go check images then. I'll check Google Images.
This came back from.
And to cut that, huh? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, let's see if they got it on these images. Nazi. How you spell Nazi? 2 Z's?
Nah, Nazi.
Okay, I had it right. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Nazi tanks built by Ford. Images. Here we go. Let me see. Let me make sure this one say Nazi tanks and trucks have Ford engines. This one say Ford Motor Company. This one say Ford. Okay. Let's see. Oh shit. Okay, here I come, y'all. I was trying to make that bigger. See that right there? Oh, to your right.
Yeah.
I've seen more than that, but I've seen it without looking. You know, it wasn't about no Ford. It was just the wreckage.
Yeah.
From the war. And I looked at a few of them tanks like, damn, that's the Ford symbol. What the hell? But do that make any sense to you, bro?
What's that?
You, Mr. Ford, make parts to go to war with your country for somebody else that's going against your country.
Hold on, let me. I'm trying to pull up that picture so I can.
I went to images, Google Images. Yeah, but you know, make it make sense to me. I'm gonna arm somebody that's coming against where I live. So this is like one of the things you bring up, you know, for the people that I sound crazy to. This is what you bring up. You show them this, and you just ask them to Make it make sense to you. Because it never made sense to me. And then you do a little bit more research, you see that Hitler had a life-size poster of Henry Ford next to one of his office desks. Make it make sense. It don't make sense to me. Yeah, they sold them. They ain't give it to him for free. What that got to do with anything? Of course they sold them. You know, who was funding the money to buy them is another story. But even if that wasn't the case.
But this doesn't say that it doesn't say that that's a tank made by Ford, though.
Okay. Whatever you choose is what you choose. But see, in between now and the next time I get on this platform, I show you multiple machines with the Nazi symbol on it that was Ford built or engine built by Ford.
Oh yeah. I absolutely check it out and try to make some sense of it.
Well, you got a little time too, because I'm probably gonna get back on in a day or two. You know what I'm saying, and do my thing. But other than that, until then, how is that even possible? I mean, I know how it's possible. But a lot of people that got just a little bit amount of sense know how it's possible. But just think about that. It's worth thinking about.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, now we get to that, and we get to the point of the matter that, these people really care about your health. These people that were just talking about depopulation really want you to survive and want your children to survive. Oh, I care so much about you. And I know you're gonna believe me because I'm supposed to be one of the richest persons in the world. But I didn't flip the script and went from knowing everything I need to know about computer technology. Now, all of a sudden, 12 years after I done talked about depopulating the earth with V's and medicines, I all of a sudden know about the human body, and I want to help you stay healthy and survive. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Now, Brie, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I invite you to go to TED Talk. I think it was 2010. And he get to the point real fast. He don't take long with letting you know what he there for. And help me understand how he go from that to caring about your health.
I couldn't tell you, man. I don't know. Man. I don't claim to know. I don't know.
Nah, I understand you don't know. But just for the sake of you asking me that question and me giving you that answer you didn't like, I want you to ask yourself that question with me on your mind.
What's that?
The question I asked you. The question you just said you don't know the answer to.
Oh, yeah.
I just want you to think about your big dog that you asked his, opinion on.
Uh-huh.
Check out what he say.
Oh, no, I done heard.
You heard it already?
Yeah, I done heard Bill Gates.
Okay.
Him and what's his name? The royal family and all of this. Yeah, I done heard all that shit.
Okay. So that's all I'm asking, brother.
No, yeah, that's valid. That's a good valid question. I don't know, and I probably couldn't even find an answer.
Did I just want you to use what you know as your answer? Verify when I tell you his roots, where his roots from, and boom, he just all of a sudden become the big computer tycoon. You feel me? Just so happened he just come from them type of roots where the parents known for killing babies, and he just so happened years later to be the one of the richest dudes in the world. Coincidence? I don't think. Not in my opinion. I don't believe in coincidences. You did?
Nah, yeah.
I just don't. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. Here we go. I think they sold them weapons also. Oh yeah, absolutely they did. See, what you got to understand is they were funded by some of the people that ran the United States. They were funded. Remember, they just became united in front of us in the 50s, but these people been united, man. These people been united. See, I don't want to talk too much about that because I'm going to get all off into it. I want to put a presentation down talking to y'all about that. Y'all going to enjoy that one.
He say, so what's our purpose on being on this planet?
Well, I'm going to end the show with that beautiful question right there. Think about it like this. You wake up in the morning. You don't know where you're at. You don't know how long you've been asleep. You're looking for your phone, your watch, the TV turned off. First of all, you get your bearings. You get your feet up under you first. Then, when you do that, you get your thinking going. You get the wake up process going. Maybe slap the shit out yourself. Maybe go put that toothbrush in your mouth. That real bright mint kind of slap the shit out you too in the morning. So you brushing your teeth and you grooming yourself and you getting ready for the day, and you figure out who you is and where you at and what happened last night and all this good shit. You get ready to leave out the door. You know what I'm saying? You make sure, ain't no snot in your nose and crust in your eye. Your clothes right, ain't wrinkled. Make sure you fed. And then you walk out the door. Well, that's like the same process it take when you get off into this motherfucking matrix. You understand? You get everything you need. You prepare for what you need. You know your breath smell like shit because you just woke up. So you brush your teeth. You know you got coal in your eyes because you're in front of a mirror brushing your teeth. You know you was tired when you came home. You just blacked straight out and you probably need to hop your ass in that water. You know you're hungry. So you won't have to worry about snatching you something up while you're out. You go ahead and put you something together right there before you leave. You don't depend on nobody to do this for you. You do it yourself. And then you join the fight. Then you go make your money. Then you go to your appointments, whatever you got to do. But first, you get ready first. That's our purpose, to get ready. This the last call. Some people can't read through what the mainstream trying to tell you, what your movies trying to tell you. Some people can't see through that. They think it's entertainment. But see, you get a cat like me that see the story within the story, that see things a lot of other people can't see. Then once I hook your focus on to what I'm looking at, and now you see it, you can't unsee it. Go look at they live. Once you come into the reality of what this reality is, you can't go backwards no more. Go look at the Matrix. You didn't took the pill. You know that God exists or don't exist. You know that the devil exists or don't exist. But you know it's people that believe in these entities even though you don't. So before you leave out their house, you got a good idea that you about to encounter some shit and you don't know how it's going to come at you. So you make sure you leave out the house right. That's what we got to do for this fight. We got to make sure we ready. And I'm trying to tell you people that love the Bible, the people that don't love the Bible, get into that book. If you think it's from your enemy, get into that book and see what your enemy is plotting on you. See what your enemy is about to do to you. See what your enemy is thinking about you. That way you can go on the war without fear. Without thinking it takes money. Without thinking you got to kill somebody. Get ready. I'm trying to make sure I prepare you for what's going down. These mystery schools ain't nothing but knowledge. Ain't nothing but information. But if you don't know it, it's information that's used against you every day. Silent weapon, quiet wars. You think they putting this radiation all around us to help us? Really?
Oh, no.
That makes sense? And you still think these people want to help you? You give me all this cry about the white man this, the white man that, try to keep our people blase splee. But you ain't even exposing what the hell the white man doing. By the way, I don't subscribe to, that shit. But point out this. Point out these 5Gs. Point out the radiation in the microwaves. Help people understand what these people doing. I mean, when those people start to understand, then they start to realize that black-white shit ain't nothing but a trap. Because you got people selling this stuff to people all around the world, no matter what color you is. Smart TVs, all this shit, all this stuff, man, beaming on us. And at work, I forgot to tell y'all, man, me and Mongoose caught a fucking drone in the hood.
What?
I swear, man, on everything I love.
What was you doing? Chilling?
Dog, that bitch looked like a huge plane, right? And we looking at it, and I'm like, dude, that motherfucker ain't up in the sky. That motherfucker is right over our head. Mongoose got a picture of it on his phone. I'm gonna see if I can put it on here. It was in the hood, bro. And this bitch was so quiet, nigga. It did not make a sound. It did not make a sound. It was a drone, bro. You think these people care about you and they hitting you and they putting people in jail for trying to stop these people from putting these things up in their neighborhood? You think these people care about you? It's time to get over it, man. Time to wake up.
Stand up, stand up.
They not telling you about all these injustices from white cops and black people, and they not telling you about all this stuff because they want to make you aware. They want to make you scared. They want to put you in fear. They're not trying to help you. Not in the least. They want to make you scared, so you go grab your gun. So the first nigga that jump at you wrong, probably just to say hello, you shoot the shit out of him. Motherfucker jumping to help you across the street, you blowing his head off, thinking he trying to rob you. And I be seeing them people out there in the street, man. I see the older people, man. Older people so much in fear. You want me to help you with that, man? Oh, no, I got it. Can you? Like, damn. Okay. And you can't blame them. They sitting up looking at the goddamn news all day. Hearing gunshots. Can't blame them. But you can see the fear.
Mm-hmm.
So not only do they got to worry about fear in their neighborhood, they turn on the goddamn news and they go a whole nother mess of fear in itself. Man, please. Oh man, I ran across some clips, man. Oh man, y'all gonna love it, dog. When I put these next little projects down, man, I gotta find another channel, man, because they're gonna start hitting me, bro. They're gonna start hitting me, man. I gotta put some more channels together, man, because dog, I ran across some stuff, man, that's been in the archives and been just sitting, waiting for years, and it's all entertainment. But when y'all hear this entertainment, it's gonna sound so familiar to y'all. It's gonna sound so familiar, and it's gonna be right in our face. It's gonna be some stuff y'all seen before and stuff y'all ain't seen before. But it's accessible. Man, I'm gonna put it down, bro. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here so I can put this part 3 on Christ Council, man. You know I appreciate you, brother, coming through and rapping the taste with me, man.
Oh, likewise, man. Always, man. I can't wait till your next show.
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and try. You know, I got a little bit more time. I'm gonna go job hunting this week, man. You know, in that situation, man. But I got a little bit of time until then, man. I'm gonna just try to put down as much as I can because going into a new system, I don't know how it's gonna work, and you know, I gotta figure, you know, keep my mind set on that until I figure everything out.
Yeah,
you know, man. But dog, I appreciate you for coming to holler at me, bro, every time you get a chance to, man.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
You need me, man. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. You know, I don't really do the gang banging and rah-rah on people like that, you know what I'm saying? Not unless I catch them in the wrong, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, I'm with you, brother. If I'm woke or I ain't busy, I'm at you.
Hey, appreciate that, kid.
You be safe, man, till I see you again, man.
You likewise, man. Be safe.
No doubt, brother. Hey, y'all, thank y'all for coming to chill with me, man. I hope a lot of this stuff we talked about, I hope y'all can meditate on it and benefit from it in the long run. You know what I mean? No, I appreciate you, bro, showing me some love, man, coming through when you get a chance. Hoping to get you a Mongoose on here, man. Mongoose hit me up last night. Remember, I was supposed to do one. But when I hit him back, he didn't pick up. He had blacked out. So I'm hoping to get y'all two together, man, because, you know, I know you want to school him on some things. You seen he had some things he was saying in the chat. So hoping to get y'all on soon, man. Y'all can rap a taste, man. Get into it a little bit. But other than that, man, you be safe out there. Thank you, Blue Rain. Thank you, everybody that came through. Let me see. Observing me, Mary Jean. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much, man. I really appreciate that. Who else I forget? I get everywhere. You know my dog, Brid. Thank you, brother. Till next time, y'all, I'm about to just put on this other video. I want y'all to check it out because it's like one of the tip of the icebergs of getting off into the knee-deep part of the mystery schools, a.k.a. the religion, and with an S on it, of this world. So please check it out and thank y'all. Be safe. I really appreciate y'all's company. Till next time.